Okay, so I'm going to make this video on how I prepare baby back ribs for the Instant Pot. And we picked these up at Sam's Club. They were like $2.98 a pound. And you get two full slabs of baby backs. And we like to take one of them and cut it in half and then put it in the freezer, or if we're not going to cook them right away, we'll go ahead and put them both in the freezer, which I'm going to demonstrate how we do that. One bag for each half. We can freeze them individually, so we need one about that long, and so we'll cut that off. Okay, there we go. And then when we do is I'll open that up when I get ready. So the first thing we got to do is open these up. Let me close this up. I got some paper towels here ready because there's a lot of juice that's going to come out, and I want to make sure not to let that run everywhere. So I'm going to start at this end with a nice sharp knife and cut into this packaging. Go all the way down, and then I'll cut one slice across. You know, it's a good idea is that I maybe lay some paper towels on the cutting board so it just doesn't run everywhere. So we'll do that. Take these out of here. Very juicy. Get one of those done. And I take these other extra paper towels and I dab this dry. Makes it easier to work with when it's dry. Got another one here. Again, I want to get this dry as I can. I'll flip this over and try it on this side as well. This is going to be delicious and very quick. We only have to cook it 28 minutes, and it's fall off the bone tender delicious. Okay. Next thing is that you want to remove is this shiny membrane that you can see here. And if you look at it, if you see this side doesn't have as much membrane on it, whereas this side, you can see it goes all the way to the end. And the trick to doing this is getting it started. And I like to use a fork, and I find the bone, and I'll get the fork tine and slide it along underneath the silver skin, and then I lift up and twist. You see, I end up getting this little flap started. And once I have that, I can just use a paper towel to grab hold of it so it doesn't slip out of my fingers, and lift up. And you can see it just peels off. And the reason we want to get this membrane off of there is so that our seasoning and our cook will pass through here much easier, giving us better flavor all the way through the meat. And that's all you have to do. You don't need to do much more than get that one membrane off of there. But while I've got that done, I need to find about the halfway point and find the between the two ribs to make this about an equal length, which is about right there. So then I'll take my knife and just cut that in half. Okay, so now I have the two halves, and I'm ready to put it into the bag. I like to wash my hands so that the outside of the bag is not covered with juice. And a little more sanitary. So like I said, I open the bag up like this, grab one end, slide it in there, now I have that ready to seal up. So while we're at it, we'll get both of these in their bags. Like putting a pillowcase on. Okay, we got those two done. I can get this dirty towel out of the way. And I can now take one of the bags and pull this nice and tight. Slide it back into the food saver. And you'll see that that'll suck all the air out of that. In this way, it's going to stay a lot fresher inside of the freezer without getting all those ice crystals on it. So it's sealing itself right now while it holds the pressure, and then it releases, and that's ready to go into the freezer. Let's set that one aside and go ahead and do this next one. And it's almost done. Here we go. Now all I have to do is do that second rack of ribs, and I'll turn off the video. You don't have to watch me do the same thing twice, but on my next video I'll add to the end of this one, I'll show you how we do the cook. But for now, I'm just going to freeze everything, and then maybe this next weekend I'll bring it out and show you how to do the cook.